Hello and welcome to the I Feel Like Roasting channel. I am your host, Kevin KMACC, and this is the Roasting News, new news show I'm going to do probably 3-4 times a week. I'm not going to force news stories, do some filler news story. I feel like, you know, Rumor Report on the Breakfast Club, for example, they do news every single day, and sometimes I feel like there's just filler news stories that don't even make sense to be news. They'll be like, oh, today Lizzo changed her shoes. What do you think about it? It's like, why is that a news story? So I'm gonna try to, you know, do it when there's enough news that has piled up, that's important enough that I feel I can bring it to you and make a little light of it, make fun of it, if you will. Roast it, I suppose I should say. So let's get into the news, because there's a good amount of it now. Let's start with some great news. Harvey Weinstein has been convicted. Man, I can't believe it. I was saying to everyone, like, I watch, man, this guy is gonna get off. Like, and not in the way he's used to. He's gonna get off, he's gonna win this case. Just because he's too powerful white guy. You know, I just thought some way he was gonna win this thing, and it was gonna be wild. I don't know if there would be riots or what, but I thought somehow he was gonna win that thing, and they actually convicted him. And now I think the Los Angeles case, he got convicted in New York, but they just started a Los Angeles case at the beginning of the New York trial. He has separate charges in LA. And I think he'll be convicted on that too now, so I think he might spend life behind bars maybe, or maybe it could be, you know, now he's convicted though, but they'll do some little like 3-month thing or something. That's still a possibility, because he hasn't been sentenced yet. He's now, like, also he went to the hospital straight from the courthouse, and then he's going to jail. Who else gets that kind of treatment? If I say, once I get sentenced, I'm like, oh wait, I'm feeling a little sick, or I can't walk. First of all, he's clearly faking that injury. Whenever he seems to be walking fine out of the courtroom sometimes, whenever it's convenient, he fakes that injury. It seems like it's pretty obvious he is not as crippled as he's putting on. That shit is clearly fake. Sometimes I think he just forgets, so he walks out normally of the courtroom and shit, because he's just, you know, you forget that you're acting a certain way after a while. Your lie catches up to you, because you're just not thinking, you're thinking about the case, and all of a sudden you're just walking normally, and you're like, oh shit, and then you realize, and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot, I got that crippled. So, yeah, but who else gets that kind of treatment? I mean, says, I want to go to the hospital first? No, if I said that, can I go to the hospital first? You know, I feel like a little sick, or my leg hurts, or whatever. They'd be like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck in the van. And like, that's it. That's it. They wouldn't even let me see the nurse in the jail probably very quickly. So it's amazing to me that he's even keeping on doing this. Like, let me go to the hospital. It's like, okay, you're sentenced now. It is happening. You are going to jail, buddy. Like, you can't keep saying, let me go to the hospital. Now let me stop at the gas station. Let me stop at Arby's. It's like that guy doesn't want to, you know, back when I was in high school, when you don't want to go home to your parents because you're high and you think your eyes are red and you don't want them to see your red eyes, or you hope they'll go to sleep, so you're like, your friend's driving, he wants to drop you off, you know, because his parents are cooler, so he can just go home after he gets high, and he wants to watch TV, but you're like, no, fuck that, my parents are going to be up, I don't want to see them, so just take me to the gas station, take me to McDonald's, take me here, anywhere but home. That's what he's doing, like, take me anywhere but jail. You are going to jail, it's happening, you're convicted, you're going to jail, so yeah, just face it, dude. It's I'm sure you're gonna get, you know, a cushy little jail cell. You'll get a TV rush to you. I'm sure you're gonna get all the advantages possible and necessary that normal inmates don't get. You probably won't have to wait too long for your canteen. You'll get like headphones right away. I'm sure you'll be fine. It'll be like just staying at the shittiest Airbnb ever. Just pretend, you know, you're sleeping over at one of the girls' houses you sexually assaulted or something. Just think you're in a terrible hotel room. Like you didn't get the suite at the Bellagio. You know, you just had to stay in a normal room, and you forgot what they look like. And this is what normal rooms look like. You know, just pretend that. I guess you're a normal person, and now you're in a normal person room. Whatever you got to do to get through your jail stay. Personally, I don't care. I hope it's the worst time ever for you. I mean, I can't. I went hard in the paint on the Harvey Weinstein roast. You can check that in my old videos. I said I hope he gets brutally raped in jail. All that. I'm not gonna go that hard on him today. I'm just gonna report that he got convicted. He's going to Rikers Island. So he'll actually, be punished for the crimes, but to the extent, I don't know, because the sentencing, he could get years. Will he get years? I'd be shocked. Now I'm convincing myself he's probably going to get 3 or 6 months or something. They're probably going to convict him because they know they got to convict him for he's terrible. They got to convict him. They'll have riots or something if they don't. They had to convict him, send him to prison for something, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't work out some fucking 90-day in a nice prison thing or something. I think heard he's going to Rikers Island, but the separate unit and everything. It's like, I don't know. Somehow it's gonna be not that bad for him. A guy with that much money and power. I would not be surprised if I see 90 days or 6 months or something. And then house arrest maybe for a little bit. House arrest in a mansion. It's like, what the fuck? I'd like to be on house arrest in his house. Put me on house arrest at Harvey Weinstein's house. I would gladly do house arrest at his house. It's like, come on, that's not a punishment. So I think that's still yet to come. The sentencing here, that's what I could see, like a 3 to 6 months. Like a house arrest of a year, or maybe, probably not even a year. And, his house arrest is like, he's got a fucking movie theater, a bowling alley, fucking restaurant and bar in his house. It's like, what the, he doesn't have to go out. Who cares? I mean, and he's having fucking parties with actors. And can you have parties on house arrest? Can you have people? I don't know. I've never actually been on house arrest. I've either been in jail or out of jail. I've always found it weird that they don't, the house, if you are a rich guy, house arrest isn't that bad. If you're a rich guy, you got a mansion, so what? You probably do have a movie theater, your house is great. You got a chef there or whatever. So why would you care? But if you're poor as shit, house arrest might suck. It's like, I don't want to stay in this fucking closet apartment for a year or whatever. So, I always thought that was weird, but I don't know. I guess they couldn't build a house for all the house arrest people to stay in when they could get out of house arrest. Or could they? Maybe that's an idea right there. You build one standard house that it's just like an alright, basic, middle class house. And everyone has to stay there no matter what. So. It's an idea. Let's just put a pin in that. Yeah, so Harvey Weinstein is convicted and will face punishment for these crimes. Let's see how much here. Let's write in the comments what you think. I'm going to say like a 3 to 6 month. I'm going to go real low. Like they're just making us happy with the conviction, but it's going to be a low sentencing, I feel like. Just watch. He's gonna get out of this somehow. I just don't trust that they're gonna do the right thing with a guy that powerful and stuff. People still get upset when you make fun of him. It's like, the guy's a rapist. I mean, how? Why? Who let the jokes fly? He's a terrible person. I mean, you wouldn't. Just because of who he is, he made some good movies. So what? He's made a few good movies. I mean. Anyone can do that. I could do that. Just give me a few $1 billion. I'll make a fucking few good ones out of there. I mean, no, I know he's been in Hollywood forever. Everyone knows him. It's like, that your friend from high school you were really close with, but you don't see all the time. He gets convicted, of rape on 100 counts, and you're like, Don't make fun of him though, you know. No, I'd still, even if it's my friend, even if it was my own brother, I'd let the jokes fly. He's a terrible person. You are a terrible person. You know, I mean, come on. That's a terrible fucking human being. So no one should even be close to defending him. If nothing is off limits in my mind to say about him, so that's just my opinion. Fuck Harvey Weinstein. Anyways, Jussie Smollett keeps pleading not guilty. He thinks he's not guilty still. He thinks apparently he doesn't pay attention to the news, the public, open his eyes, read books, see TV, hear radio. Apparently he doesn't do anything because if he checked anything at all in the world, anything on the internet, anywhere, he would know that we all know you're guilty, you faked it, we all know, we got it, it's over, you lost, but you're still pleading not guilty. Guess you gotta stand by it, man. God bless you, you know, whatever, you did the lie, now you gotta stand by it till the end. It's like when, you know, in high school when you lie to your parents about sleeping over a friend's house or something, you say you were sleeping at your friend's house, really you were at a party you got drunk at till 3 in the morning and you couldn't drive home, so you just passed out on the couch or whatever, but you told your parents you were at your friend at Joe's house or whoever, Kyle, whatever you want to call him, you were at your friend Kyle's house, you tell your parents, but really now you're getting drunk and high and shit, and you're just too wasted to drive, but you're sticking with that lie forever. You're bringing that to the death with you. Every time they bring that shit up, you were at Kyle's house, and you will stand by that lie, because you made the lie now. You gotta, you know, a man is his word, so you gotta make that lie the truth. You gotta convince yourself that that lie is actually the truth, and Jussie Smollett has done that with this case, apparently. I think he really thinks maybe he is telling the truth. I think he really thinks now that he was attacked legitimately, and this really happened. He's so deep in the lie, he actually thinks that happened to him. You know, God bless him, man. You know, it's acting. You know, you gotta convince yourself that much, and you gotta believe it's true. You gotta play the part of a man who was attacked and everything. He's trying to give his greatest acting performance ever. That he wasn't lying. He's trying so hard, but the problem is that Jussie Smollett was never that good of an actor. He was never in anything that I know besides Empire. Not in any movies, nothing. He wasn't that good of an actor, so that's why he's not doing that good of an acting job in this case. You know, stop pleading not guilty, buddy. We know you're guilty. Everyone knows. How are you going to get jury members who don't know Jussie Smollett is lying? How are you going to find those jury members? How? I don't get that with jurors, like with the O.J. Simpson case, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby. These high prominent guys, like, how do you even find jurors that don't know about some of those people? Like, how are there 12 people who don't know that Jussie Smollett is lying? Or anything about the Jussie Smollett case? How are there 12 people who don't know anything about it? That seems wild to me and impossible to find. So you're pretty much screwed there, Jussie. Just freaking give up, dude. Give up, man. Stop pleading that. You ended up, I heard he could have paid like $100,000 for reparate and not gone to jail. Now he ends up, he's got to pay a lawyer, court fees, all this stuff to go through all this. And now he could have just got off by paying reparations and whatever. Maybe he couldn't afford $100,000. He probably didn't have enough money left, or maybe that would have made him practically broke, because I don't know why he wouldn't pay that. Now when he loses this case, and he's probably gonna lose unless that's some crazy outcome, he could spend up to 3 years in jail. And I feel like they've given him years in jail now, in prison, because they're just like, you're such an idiot. You're so stupid for going to trial and doing this and wasting my time as a judge and the district attorney and all this, wasting all our time just for sending a verdict we knew from the beginning. Now because you fucked with us, we offered you restoration. We offered you $100,000 that could go away. You didn't take it. You said no. So we're giving you jail time. You're going to jail for a year or two. It's happening. I'm sorry. So he's just stupid. Just plead guilty, not guilty, all you want. We don't believe you. That's should be pretty clear to you by now, but apparently it isn't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess, you know, more power. You gotta. I guess I give him some credit for just standing by the line, being like, no, fuck that. I know everyone. Fuck that. I know everyone. Everyone, every single person, everywhere in the world knows I'm lying. Fuck it. I'm still saying I'm telling the truth. I don't care. He doesn't even have like that one guy who believes in him. Usually there's always any case, OJ, there's always someone on your side or that believes in you. He doesn't even have that one guy. Literally everyone knows he's lying. And he's like, nah, fuck that. I ain't lying. I don't care what everything says. The internet, TV, radio, everything. I'm not lying. And I swear I'm telling the truth. No. It's over, Jussie. It's over. Alright.